Taiwan is bolstering its defense strategy and policies to prep itself for any sudden Chinese aggression. The threat of sudden Chinese attack has loomed over Taiwan for around 70 years now, and with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, this possibility cannot be completely ruled out. In fact, China had sent its 47 fighter planes across Taiwan Strait last month in order to make its intentions crystal clear. As precautionary measures, Taiwan has announced quite a few steps in order to make itself more prepared in case the dragon decides to spew fire. In this video, we first explain the Porcupine Strategy that Taiwan says can help protect it, and then outline the most recent steps announced by it. But before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Oneindia. In the present scheme of things, and as they currently stand, the most crucial strategy which Taipei believes can save it is the Porcupine Strategy. And what exactly is this? Let's break it down further. The Porcupine Strategy or technique is also identified as asymmetrical warfare. It was first propounded by US Naval War College research professor William S. Murray in 2008. While writing for the Naval War College Review, he had explained that this particular game plan was about building defenses to ensure that Taiwan could be attacked and damaged but not defeated, at least without inflicting exorbitant costs and risks on the attacking nation. The strategy was initiated in 2017 by Lee Ze-ming, the then chief of the Taiwanese military forces, who had back then referred to it as the overall defense concept. Through using an asymmetric military plan, the Porcupine Strategy aims to make the enemy's attack more difficult. Rather than buying costly equipments like tanks, warships and naval vessels, which are difficult to conceal and easy to hit with a warhead, the Porcupine Strategy would focus on flexible and easily concealed weapons. For example, the portable Javelin and Stinger missile systems, which have proven beneficial in Ukraine. To put it in very simple terms, the Porcupine Strategy aims to make the defense system exceptionally secure and safe, as well as to invest heavily in anti-air, anti-tank and anti-ship weapons so that the attacker's expense of armed attacks grows exponentially. Essentially, the tactic is to drive up the expense of invasion so high that the invader must think about and reassess invading before proceeding further. This plan focuses on solidifying a state's defenses to exploit the enemy's weaknesses rather than taking the bull by its horns. The Porcupine approach has three defensive layers. First, the outer layer. This is about intelligence and recons to ensure defense forces are fully prepared. Then comes the second layer, which is guerrilla warfare at sea with aerial support from sophisticated aircraft provided by the US and other nations. And third, the innermost layer that relies on the geography and demography of the island. While the outer surveillance layer would work to prevent a surprise attack, the second one would make it difficult for China to land its troops on the island in the face of a guerrilla campaign at sea using agile, missile-armed small ships. But would this strategy prove as effective in reality as it sounds in theory? Well, this aspect is disputable though. But the only real gain it might provide is slowing down the enemy's rapid advance and inflicting cost-related pressure on the aggressor. This might not defeat the enemy, but surely can speed it down. Just a few weeks back, Taipei had announced that from 2024 it will be expanding its compulsory military service from 4 months to 1 year. Taiwan's current 4-month-long military conscription requirements has been heavily criticized by the public as being too short and not being able to provide the training that professional soldiers actually need. Taipei's defense ministry has also announced now that it would allow around 200 discharged female soldiers to enroll in voluntary reservist training from the second quarter of this year. Currently, only Taiwanese men are required to do mandatory military service and reservist training, although women can volunteer to serve in the armed forces. All conscripts would be enrolled in 8 weeks of basic training ahead of 44 weeks of ground training. Of Taiwan's just over 180,000 person military, 90% are volunteers and 10% are men doing the required 4 months of service. With these steps, Taiwan hopes to protect itself from any impending full-scale Chinese aggression. This was all about the Porcupine Strategy and the recent steps announced by Taipei. We hope you would like this new video. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.